Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So let's dive into this. The PlayStation VR 2 is just around the corner, and I want to take a look at those 13 launch available video games specifically designed for PlayStation VR 2. Now, some people are having, you know, doubts about those PlayStation VR 2 13 launch games. They're saying that, oh, these are not the strongest launch of PlayStation VR 2 games. Well, to be honest, I can't remember any console that had a strong launch of video games. If you look at PlayStation 5, if you look at Xbox Series X, if you look at PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, hell, even PlayStation 2 when it came out in 2000 didn't have like a big huge lineup of launch video games. So throughout history of any kind of a new console, right, uh, you don't have like a pretty big launch lineup. But for PlayStation VR 2, in my opinion, I think this is a pretty stellar lineup of PlayStation VR 2 games. So let's dive into it. Let's go through these 13 titles here and let's go check them out. So this is the list of the PlayStation VR 2 games, and I'm going to go through all of them uh, down below, and total of 13 launch video games. This is for February 22nd launch PlayStation VR 2 video games that going to be available day one on the launch of February 22nd, the release of PlayStation VR 2, which I believe it's Wednesday. It's kind of strange that it falls onto Wednesday, very unusual day, right? A hump day, Wednesday. But anyway, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and let's dive right into it. So first thing first, Gran Turismo 7, as you all know, it's included for free. A free update for Gran Turismo 7 is included. If you own Gran Turismo 7 on PlayStation 5, which I believe majority of you do own Gran Turismo 7 on PlayStation 5, well, guess what? Automatically, you're going to have this included for your PlayStation VR 2. There's going to be a hefty update, which I assume is going to be pretty big. You're going to need some extra hard drive. I just want to kind of put this out there. Get yourself an additional 2 terabyte SSD drive. You can get maybe an external one where you can back up your games, or you can get an additional 2 terabyte NVMe SSD, but you need to stack up on the storage because you're gonna need it for sure. Just for the Gran Turismo 7 alone, you're gonna need it. So right here, right out of the gate, you are getting a free update, fully functional, full version playable PlayStation VR 2 Gran Turismo 7 game. So just for that fact alone, I think that's pretty freaking amazing that you have that. Okay, so that's included as a free update. Now, the next one, it's called Before Your Eyes. I'm not sure what this is about. This is some kind of VR experience where you are in control of the story. It seems like an interesting game. This is available. This is something I will check out down the road, you know. And then we have Kayak VR Mirage, and I heard great things about this one. I heard a lot of people brag about this one on a PC. For those of you who own the PC version, you all have gave it a very positive reviews. Basically, that's all you're doing is you're kayaking through different regions in the world, from Antarctica, Amazon, mountain rivers, etc., etc. Pretty cool experience. And the next one is Pavlov. For those of you who like Call of Duty first-person shooter type of VR experience, well, there you go. Right on the launch date, you have a first-person shooter to get your Call of Duty needs ready. So you have that available, and Pavlov's probably the best first-person shooter VR game on the PC currently. If you go to Steam VR, you're gonna see the Pavlov is on top of the list. So Pavlov is a definitely the best FPS VR game out there at the moment on the PC, and it's gonna be available on a PlayStation VR 2 day one, February 22nd. And then you got this Puzzling Places, a puzzle game. It's for those of you who like casual puzzle VR type games. So you see, there's something for everyone on a launch date, and right there proves my point that this is a very stellar launch lineup of PlayStation VR 2 games. And then you have this one right here called Song in the Smoke Rekindled. Song in the Smoke Rekindled is the ultimate VR survival action adventure, a physical immersive game where you craft, hunt, and survive in a fantastic, dangerous world. Well, there you go, a little bit of a survival action adventure VR experience, which is pretty cool. So there you have it. This is pretty good for a launch day one PlayStation VR 2 lineup. And then we have Synth Riders Remastered. So this is a visually remastered controller haptics as you ride the rails, headset feedback. So this is more like a musical headset feedback type of experience where you can kind of like enjoy the music, almost like a lightsaber type experience. It's just you're gonna experience the that haptic feedback on your headset much better with this one. So there's this. If you like music, DJing, music stuff like that. This is available day one on the launch date, February 22nd, Wednesday. And then we got a Thumper. Thumper is another musical VR. I play this on a Oculus. I also play this on Oculus Quest 2, and I enjoyed it. Just so people understand that, for those of you who don't know me, or for those of you who know me, you know that I'm no stranger to VR headsets. I have VR. I had VR since 2015. I've been an avid user of VR headsets. So for me, VR is nothing new. I purchased a very first PlayStation VR back in 2016 in October. I think it was October 8th of 2016. So I'm pretty much familiar with the VR in general. So this is pretty cool that you have this available for those of you who love music and rhythm and maybe losing some weight, moving around. So see, there's something for everyone. And then for those of you who love sports, we have a NFL Pro Era. This is like a Madden NFL 2K. More like a Madden in VR, if you will. Madden VR type experience. I believe this is available on Quest, but now it's going to be available on PlayStation VR 2. But I think the PlayStation VR 2 version is going to be the best version because of high resolution, much wider field of view, 110 degrees, much higher frame rate, etc., etc., much higher refresh rate. So this is pretty cool for those of you who love sports. So you see right there on a launch date, February 22nd, there's something for everyone. Even if you are just looking to play some sports, well, there you go. You have NFL available for you to play. So, and if you're somebody who loves racing, well, you have Gran Turismo. If you somebody who likes first-person shooters like Call of Duty in VR, you got Pavlov. So there's something for everyone, man. And then you got some other indie type, VR games like this one, What the Bat. This is like some type of a baseball golf VR game, like a goofy, fun game. It's more like a fun game. That's what it is. I'm not so familiar with this one, but there you go, something fun. For those of you who want to try this out. Then we got Rezo Infinite VR. This is for those of you who like those type of arcade-ish VR type games. We got Tetris VR. So you see, there's something for everyone on the launch date on February 22nd. And then we got boxing. If NFL Pro wasn't enough, you have a Creed Rise to the Glory to fight against other people online on your PlayStation. And this is going to be much better because you're going to feel the haptic feedback. When you get punched in the head, you're going to feel it. And this is going to be great to see how it works with haptic feedback on your left and right controllers, and then getting punched on the left and right on your head. You're going to feel that feedback. So this is going to be kind of cool to check this out to see how this is going to be integrated to a PlayStation VR 2. So right there we got a bunch of sports games for you to get your feet wet with the NFL Pro, and then this Rise to Glory, and then you got Gran Turismo for racing, and you got Pavlov for a first-person shooter. So there's something for everyone here. You got kayaking, to enjoy the nature and all that. And then we got this one, The Last Clockwinder. It's a puzzle type game for those of you who like puzzle games. I haven't done much research on this, but it's a puzzle game. So if you are somebody who just loves puzzles, well, dude, there you go. You got yourself a puzzle game for your PlayStation VR 2. So see, there's something for everyone. And of course, let's not forget, obviously, that the big one, which is the Horizon, the Call of the Mountain, that's obviously a only on PlayStation VR 2 exclusive. You're not gonna find it anywhere else. So you have that. You have a job simulator VR. You've got Star Wars. You've got a Switchback VR, which is like a theme park, going through a theme park, if you will, like a ride, like a theme park ride, survival, horror type, dark pictures, first person shooter type of a game. It's like House of the Dead. Okay, think of it like a House of the Dead, but more like a House of the Dead with a theme park where you're going around through the train tracks, and then you are trying to survive, and you got these different types of guns you can use. So that's available as well. But let me give you like just a quick uh, lineup here of what's available. We got After the Fall, we got Altair Breaker, we got Before Your Eyes, we got Cities VR. These are all titles that are going to be available on day one, February 22nd. We got Cosmonus High Labs, we got Creed, Rise of the Glory, we got the Dark Picture, Switchback, Supermassive Game, we got Demio, Resolution Games, Dyschronia, we got Fanavision 22 times, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Job Simulator, Jurassic World Aftermath. We even have Jurassic World Aftermath. We got the Kayak AI. We got the Last Clockwinder. We got the Light Brigade. We got Moss 1 and 2. We got NFL Pro Era. We got even No Man's Sky, dude. Even No Man's Sky is available. How about that, bro? How about that, bro? Even No Man's Sky, dude. That's pretty cool. No Man's Sky. We got Pavlov. If you're into Call of Duty VR type of games, we got Pistol Whip, another first-person shooter. Pistol Whip. It's like a John Wick, if you will, type of first-person shooter game. We got Resident Evil Village, Res Infinite. We got Song in the Smoke. We got Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy Edge. We got I know that the Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy Edge is available on the Oculus Quest 2, but I guarantee you it's going to be much better on the PlayStation VR 2. Synth Riders. We got Tale of the Onogoro, Tentacular, Tetris, Thumper, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. Dude, they even have The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. I played this on the Oculus Quest 2, and it was a lot of fun, dude. I had a lot of fun playing this. They got Townsman VR, Vacation Simulator, What the Beat, Zenith. So, and of course, not to mention, which I already have mentioned, Horizon, The Call of the Mountain, so let's not, Horizon Call of the Mountain from Guerrilla Games, which is the Horizon Zero Dawn, from Horizon Forbidden West, or as I like to call it, Forbidden West. So you got bunch of games here, dude. I mean, look at this, man. These are some pretty stellar launch VR games available on a launch date. And we got After the Fall. Oh yeah, dude, complete edition After the Fall. They even have that, dude. The complete edition After the Fall. They got Fanavision. I mean, honestly, just the Gran Turismo 7 alone, to me, it's like, holy shit, more than enough. But if that's not enough, you got Resident Evil Village, fully playable VR game for PlayStation VR 2. We got Pavlov, first-person shooter multiplayer game. We got NFL Pro Era VR. We've got Star Wars. We got Switchback, Dark Pictures. We got Creed, Rise to the Glory, We've got Cities in VR, Enhanced Edition. We got Altair, Breaker, After the Fall. Dude, there's something for everyone, dude. Jurassic World, and then Kayak VR Mirage. Kayak VR Mirage. Dude, there's tons of stuff here, And yeah, the Pistol Whip, guys, trust me when I tell you, this is a pretty stellar launch lineup of the PlayStation VR 2 games. Trust me, guys. I've seen in the past, all the way from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 to Nintendo 64. Let me tell you, man, no console had a good stellar launch lineup. But this, it's pretty amazing what's available on day one. And remember, this is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. There's going to be more coming by the end of this year. And especially next year, we'll see even more games, more third-party developers, utilizing their games and enhancing it for the VR. So this is just the beginning, dude. This is just the beginning. But for a launch lineup, this is pretty amazing. And that's what I'm trying to point out here. I'm sorry that this video is too long, that it's 21 minutes, but I had to do this in 21 minutes just to kind of show you that the lineup of PlayStation VR 2 games is pretty darn good. For me personally, just the fact that I can play Gran Turismo 7 fully playable in VR, it's more than enough. Just the fact that I can play The Village, Resident Evil Village in VR, it's more than enough. Just the fact that I can play a Pavlov in VR, it's more than enough for a multiplayer. And then Pro Era, Boxing, Creed. Then, of course, we got Horizon, The Call of the Mountain, which is made exclusively for PlayStation VR 2 to take the full advantage of PlayStation VR 2. Guys, and then we got the Switchback on top of that as well, which is made specifically exclusively to work with PlayStation VR 2. And got Cities VR, Jurassic World, Aftermath, Star Wars. The list goes on and on and on. After the Fall, which I played on the Oculus Quest. Listen, Kayak VR, it looks amazing, dude. Kayak VR looks amazing. No Man's Sky, Retribution, we got that as well. We even have Tetris if you want to play that. Pistol Whip, Job Simulator. Listen, man, Creed, Rise to the Glory, and of course Fanavision, and my favorite, Gran Turismo 7. But even the fact that they even have Fanavision is pretty cool. But Gran Turismo 7, it's one of my favorites. So, guys, I hope that this video, this 23 minutes, put things in perspective for you as to why I disagree with some of you who say that this is a weak lineup. It's not a good lineup. Okay, well, you show me a console in the past that had an amazing lineup. Maybe Dreamcast, I would say maybe Dreamcast would be that one exception, but maybe Dreamcast. But even Dreamcast had like a, Crazy Taxi and some other games, but nothing too crazy, like Sonic Taxi, Crazy Taxi and Sonic game, but nothing, super great at the launch that I remember in 1999 and the launch date when it came out, So, guys, this is a pretty stellar lineup for PlayStation VR 2. Well, there you have it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. I like the lineup. I'm pretty excited about it. I will check out every single one of those games, and I will make a video about it, and I will let you know, and there'll probably will be a live stream on it as well. So let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about this lineup of VR games, and is there anything that you're particularly excited about? Let me know down below. Thank you, guys. Love you all. Be good. Take care. Cheers.